Operation Hang On successful, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool, another week, another 3 points. I'm going to talk about the positives and the negatives of this performance right here. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And let's talk about this game. First and foremost, listen, the game just ended. So this is just pure raw emotion and raw thoughts. What the hell were we doing in the second half? I'm sorry, I have to start with like the negative side of things. I genuinely don't understand what we were doing in that second half. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me what Liverpool Football Club are doing in that second half. It felt like I was watching Liverpool against Newcastle at Wembley again. Long ball, long ball, long ball, long ball. Habibi, their back four entirety is all like 6'5". Like Wirtz is never going to win a header. Gakpo will not win a header. Salah won't win a header. They're all like a bunch of giants. All their fullbacks, all their centre-backs are a giant. And we just kept going the long ball route and the long ball route and the long ball route. And I just don't understand what's happening. It's like Liverpool score 2 goals and then we just have like complacency or we just sit around. Like I genuinely just don't understand it. I honestly genuinely don't understand it. And my problem is the following. And I'm going to say this about the goal we conceded. I can't blame one single individual for the goal that we conceded. I can't. I've got to talk about like the defensive structure and the way that we're set up and the way that we concede the goal. There was a moment in that second half where Kirk actually had a clearing header like towards the end. And he looked at Virgil and said 2 people. And he almost had like a sad face. And he's right. Because Kirk is on that back post is having to win a header against like 2 or 3 players. This cannot be a thing. This cannot be a thing. Like our defensive structure needs to improve. Now I understand that's the derby. And I'm going to talk about the positives now, the fact that we're winning. And of course, the results matter 100%. The performances matter too, but the results matter. But I also want to address like, why is this happening? Why? I don't get it. Liverpool at the start of last season, we were kind of getting adjusted to like, doing slot ball, almost being a bit more boring than the way that Klopp played, almost having a style that's like Liverpool won't concede goals today. Liverpool will keep a clean sheet today. Liverpool are going to be defensive. Liverpool are going to be hard to break down. And all of that has sort of just went away. Liverpool ain't hard to break down anymore. Liverpool ain't hard to break down anymore. Like, I don't look at Liverpool Football Club anymore and go like, oh yeah, that was very hard to break down. Like, I don't sense that anymore. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because McAllister hasn't hit the form yet. And I think this is one of the players as well we've got to highlight. I don't think McAllister's form is an indicator of how he is right now. Like, I don't say like, oh my God, this is how McAllister is going to play till the end of the season. But I think he's our best midfielder from a technical perspective. And we miss his passing. We miss him being press resistant. We miss him keeping the ball. And I think this is one of the negatives, like in terms of the way that we play has almost been, in a way, like from that perspective, not really the best of the best, you know, like the way that we keep the ball, to be honest with you, has been very disappointing. And that second half is the same thing. And the way that we kept the ball is so counterproductive because it allowed Everton to get chances. And we need to like look at who our opposition is. Everton have 3 giants at the back. Even Mykolenko is quite big. Doing long balls is not going to help you. It's just not. And I see people with their agenda on Florian Wirtz. All 3 goals happened without Wirtz being on the pitch to begin with. All 3 goals, the 2 Liverpool goals and the Everton goal happened without Wirtz being on the pitch. So what are we blaming exactly? I just don't understand. I genuinely just don't get it. Like, you have to have something to blame. You have to have something to go like, okay, Florian did this wrong. But can I point out one thing and go like, yeah, Florian did this wrong? No, I can't. And I can't point that out at any player. I think the goal that Everton scored, I think Bradley gets beaten way too easily. Way too easily, in my opinion. And then after that, Kirkas is stuck at the back post with 2 players. He does very good on like the actual header, the layoff header. He does well. He helps, like, you know, basically make his header more difficult. And the ball just rebounds to Idris Ganagay. McAllister tries to close out. He doesn't, and we concede the second. It's so weak. The goals that we concede are so weak. I don't look at any goal we conceded so far this season, barring maybe the second Bournemouth one, and go like, oh my God, wow. Like, it's just all the goals that we concede. It's like long throw-ins at Newcastle. It's like set pieces. The goal against Atletico, the first one should have been ruled off. The second one is a wonder volley. Like, I can't explain why we're conceding so many goals, but this has to stop. I agree we have the best attack in the league. I think nowadays probably having the best attack is better than having the best defense, because it helps in terms of winning league titles. The infamous saying back in the day is attack wins you games, defense wins you titles. I don't think this is the case anymore. I think now, for the last 3 years, the strongest attack has won the league, not the strongest defense, or at least the last 2 years, I think, with City and Liverpool winning the league. So I love the fact that we can attack. And speaking of, I do want to speak of, I think my personal man of the match, and this is now we get to the positive side of things. My personal man of the match was Ryan Gravenberch. I think we all, including myself, need to do more and more and more Ryan Gravenberch prop. Ryan Gravenberch is the best DM in the league. Make no mistake. I respect Rodri. I think Rodri is like the best midfielder in the world, but obviously he's coming back from an injury. Maybe he isn't the player that he once was. So I'm looking at that right now and I'm going like, look, based on form, it's fair to say that Gravenberch has probably been our best player so far this season, and he's been the best DM in the league. And this is without the GA. This is with just the way that he plays out of the press. He's improved his passing so much. His defensive work has been unbelievable for Liverpool Football Club. And, you know, I just want to look at that first goal a little bit. Mo with an unbelievable... By the way, Mo, another game where he's playing really well. For all the Mo haters, that's why you don't hate on your best player who literally carried you to a league title last season. Mo with an unbelievable pass into Gravenberch, and the audacity of Ryan Gravenberch to essentially chip Pickford from that area on the half volley. Unbelievable. Unbelievable from Ryan Gravenberch. And Liverpool scored the first goal. The second goal as well was extremely beautiful. Gravenberch picks up the ball in those pockets of spaces, finds Ekitike, and Ekitike with a very composed finish. And Ekitike shows, yo, we have options. Even if Isak isn't match fit yet, we can trust Ekitike. We can rely on Ekitike. We can cook with Ekitike. That's the thing. You know, so this is just shows that it's very good to have options. It's very good to have players that are available that can perform whenever your main players are out or they're recovering or they're coming back from injuries or whatever it is. And I have to credit Hugo Ekitike for that finish. And to be honest with you, I think Ekitike today as well was another very good performance by him. The way that he dropped deep, collect the ball, the way that he linked up with the midfielders, I think he was unbelievable, Ekitike, personally. For me, our two best players on the pitch were Gravenberch and Ekitike. And the rest, some were like good, some very good. You know, Salah, very good. The rest of the team was like good / very good, you know, like Konate, Van Dijk. Kerkez, I actually thought redemption game for Kerkez after what happened away at Burnley that had him dropped against Atletico. Redemption game for Kerkez. He came back today, had an unbelievable performance. I think Bradley, you know, maybe a little bit the way that the first goal happened, he has himself to blame a little bit in terms of like he should have closed down better. McAllister, for me, here's the thing with McAllister, and I know a lot of people will want me to speak about McAllister. Here's the thing with McAllister. McAllister is not fit. McAllister just had his first summer off in like 2.5 years. He ain't fit, guys. He's just not fit right now. So I think he's building up his fitness. I think he's building up his levels. And, you know, hopefully when he does get to that fitness level, he will start to play better and better. Isak had no time to impact the game and no chances to impact the game either because we kept going long ball. Same with Florian Wirtz. He had no time to impact the game. We kept going long ball. I thought Szoboszlai had a very good performance. Let's just look a little bit at the stats of the game, you know, and let's just have a look quickly at the ratings. Do they agree with what I said? Alisson, I don't think did anything wrong. I don't think anyone could have saved that. Like I said, Bradley probably shouldn't have gotten beaten. Konate, good game. Van Dijk, Kerkez. McAllister, like I said, not his best. And Cody Gakpo, by the way, I forgot to touch on Cody Gakpo. I don't know what Cody Gakpo's on, chat. I just don't know what Cody Gakpo's on. This was not the Cody Gakpo that I once knew. Like, I love Cody Gakpo. I'm a fan of Cody Gakpo, but I just don't like his recent performance. And of course, we have the other three, Szoboszlai, Ekitike, and Salah, who I thought played really well. Let's look at a couple of stats from the game. These are just the general stats. 58% possession, 0.94 expected goals to their 0.6. We had more shots on target, same amount of big chances, more accurate passes, more fouls committed, more corners. Expected goals and all the stat-related expected goals, you would expect us to beat Everton. The only one that's equal is the set pieces. The shots, of course, Liverpool beat Everton in most of them except the ones that are off target. Passing, of course, you expect Liverpool to be better. And long balls, this is Everton's forte. This is Everton's forte, the long balls. No red cards in the game. Obviously, defensively, we had a good game. Duels won for me. This is the part that disappointed me. They won more duels than us, to be honest with you. And I think that's something that I really, really don't like about the game, to be honest. So, yeah, anyway, that's the look at the stats of the game. I told you my thoughts. Make sure you guys are liking, commenting, subscribing. Let me know your thoughts on the derby in the comment section down below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you whenever I see you.